Volume up. Thank you very much for joining me, taking some time out of your evening. I'll just have a quick drink. Okay, there's still some people joining the room. You hear me loud and clear. That's fabulous. Has anybody traded today? That's a question for you. Anyone made any points? No. No, not traded. No, not traded. So if I taught you how to make some points, you would make some points, yeah? That's what we're here for, isn't it? Okay, okay. Well, this is my second attempt at recording this webinar because I did do this last week. It was quite well attended actually, but the problem was ClickMeet in itself isn't actually a fantastic sort of piece of software. It's very clever where we can all join a room, but to be honest, it's not brilliant software. And I recorded the session last week, and when I actually uploaded it onto YouTube, the sound kept dropping and picking up, and it went really quiet, and it was no good. It was no good, and so that is the reason why I never sent anybody the link. I had a chat with Bernard and Wendy, and I decided to do another one. Now this is being recorded, and this is being recorded with two lots of software. So hopefully the second software is going to be better. But I'm sort of like doing both just to cover myself. But when it's all over and the webinar's finished, I shall upload it onto YouTube, and then if it's not sort of today or this evening, then possibly sometime tomorrow, I should get that loaded onto YouTube and then send everyone the link so they can have another listen. It's sadly it's my father-in-law's funeral tomorrow, and which is why everything has been up in the air, and I haven't traded really very much this month because he's been very ill in hospital, and he lost his fight, and so it's been quite a sad time. So that is also sort of been on my plate as well. So I do apologise not getting back to you. It's not me. Normally I'm not like that. I'm normally on the ball and I get back to everyone as soon as I can. So there's a few reasons there. Okay, first of all, let's just go to here. Introduction. This is the course. You're going to, if you decide to join me, there's absolutely no pressure from me. That's not what it's about. Most webinars have got a sting in the tail, haven't they? Where they get you to a webinar. I've been to loads of them. Get you to a webinar, show you all these systems and everything, and then at the end of it, they say, if you've got 5,000 quid, you can join me. Okay, it's not like that. Totally not like that. Yes, if you want to join me and trade with me, and I'll teach you how to use the systems that I have, then great, brilliant. Then join me, and it's a very personal thing. It's not like you become a number, and I'll get back to you occasionally. The reason why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, and I'll tell you right from the start, there's going to be a live room every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the morning. I don't know exactly the time yet. Probably 7:30 till sort of 8:30. But I might change it some days. Obviously, give people plenty of notice to catch the open market, say Frankfurt Open or something like that. But that's what I decided I wanted to do: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Not so I can have Monday and Friday off. It's because if anyone gets a bit stuck, if anyone sort of feels they're getting left behind a little bit, then on the Monday, I can leave that day spare. So on the Friday, no sound. Oh, right. Can anyone hear? Wendy said there's no sound. I do apologise. turned that up. Can everyone hear me okay? Wendy's put no sound, or is it just me? Sounds okay, Jack. Okay, Simon. Yeah, loud and clear, Max. Okay, oh cool. It might be you, Wendy. Okay, let me know if you do have a problem with the sound, because I don't want that happening. So that's the reason why Monday and the Friday. So say it's the Friday of a previous week, and we've gone through some stuff, and it's still not clear. Then on the Monday, you can get back to me, and we can do a screen share. We can do a team viewer screen share. You can have my personal mobile number. You can phone me. I can phone you. This is a very personal thing to me, which is why this isn't for the masses. This is a very personal one-to-one style of me teaching people. So that's the reason why there's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a live room, which is, people who join the course, they're all entitled to be there. It'll be recorded. So if you can't make it, I will be sending that link to you as well. So you'll have that sort of library of information. You'll also obviously have the manual. It's a very thick manual. It's got lots and lots of stuff in there. I wanted it done, the manual done in such a way where you can make notes in your manual, so it's all in one place. So if you ever sort of like, I know, get an hour, waiting for someone to come on the telly or whatever, and it's sat next to you, and you can just flick through it, have a little read. You don't have to have lots of, 3 or 4 books, systems, CDs, DVD, whatever, all over the place. I wanted it all in one place. So that's the reason why. So the Mondays and the Fridays to work with you personally if you've got some problems or you don't understand something. So no one is left behind. That's the last thing I want, okay? I work on a very personal one-to-one basis. Some of you know that I do personal one-to-ones, actually where I travel to people's homes, sit with them all day. I charge X amount of money for doing so, and then, that's the personal side of it. This is as close as I possibly can to get to sit next to all of you. So if you want to join me, there's no pressure for me. There is, obviously there's a sequence of months, as you can see here. There's like, we'll be going through the first and the second and third month. And each time we go through it, I will be teaching you a different system each month, but they all intertwine together. So you've got the fast track method. If you've been members of the live room, it's possible that you might have got another addition to that, which is the trend trading system, where it works out, or we'll go through it in a second, but it works out all your stop losses, all your targets, that sort of thing. And in this morning's live room, and then in the third month, we go through the swing trading, which is the 24-hour trading. Each part of the system intertwines with each other. It's not a completely separate thing altogether. So if you're swing trading, it's very much like the fast track to Forex profits, where you can trade individual candles, and then the actual set and forget system, which was done specifically for the live room people, that has never been sold. It will never be sold. It's only to do with people who've joined the course, who are or you were in the live room. And I've been working on something for the past sort of 3 months, and I told people in the live room this morning about it, and I showed them about it this morning. And that is going to be specifically for the people who've joined the course. It's not like meant to be a sweetener or anything like that. It's nothing to do with that. It's simply because I want to make it, and I always look to make it as simple as possible to make points. So, and I'll show you that in a second. So, but has anyone got any questions at this point here? I'm going to try and make it an hour. I always sort of go over a little bit, but I'll try and make it an hour because I know your time's precious. So, but if you've got any questions at this stage, then you pop them through, and I can see all your questions, see who's in the room and everything. So it's not a problem. We can go through it. But meanwhile, this is the course, the manual. Is a little introduction from me. About course material, that sort of thing. I know some of you have already got the course. You're already going to be part of the course, which starts properly next week. This Friday, I want to sort of get people together in a webinar in the evening, a bit like tonight, but it's people who've actually, who's joined the course. And I want to make sure you've got all your charts. I can work with you getting all your charts set up. And then, although I'm sort of out Saturday, Sunday I can help people as well. And then Monday, Monday morning, it won't be, this is people who've joined the course, it won't be a specific time stay in the live room, so I won't book it for an hour. It will just be open, so I can talk to everyone. Everyone can tell me whereabouts they are with the way they've set everything up, and if need be, I will do a team viewer session, jump on your computer for you and help you set everything up. This is the reason why there's sort of a limited space, because I need to work with people individually, and I thought around about 30 people would be enough, because a lot of people that have sort of bought the course, joined the course, they've already been in the live room, so they know a lot about what's been going on, and they're already set up, so they're ready to go. And some people aren't. So although there's 30 people, I should imagine about sort of 15, 20 people possibly would need help, and the others wouldn't need so much help. But it just frees up a bit of time. But that's how I wanted it to be. So it's not hugely oversubscribed. I didn't want that, because it would be a nightmare for me to try and control. When am I planning to start the course, Simon? That will be really tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow. It's the funeral tomorrow. Friday evening, a get together on a webinar, and then do the same. If you need help setting your charts up and everything done on the Sunday, and if no one does that, then it will be Monday, where we get together Monday morning, and we'll go through the start of everything. But it will actually start properly on Tuesday. Like I say, it'll probably be about 7:30 on Tuesday in the morning, and that'll be like the first sort of start of it. And the one we will be going through to begin with, there'll be lots of things we'll be going through anyway, but it will be the fast track to Forex profits, how to trade this properly. And let's just do this. I don't want to go into too much detail at a minute, but basically from sort of 9 o'clock this morning, we've got some trades here. So there's 20 pips there. We've got a stepped in golfer pullback. There's a trade there. We've got an explosion candle. So we've got actually a trade there. We've got a pullback. We've got a continuation here. Don't worry about all this. You'll be taught all this. But there's a continuation here, and there's an entry there right up to the daily line. So there's another 50 points there. We've got another pullback. So we've got a fish hook, another continuation, another pullback, and another 30 points there. Then we get a stepped in golfer, break of the daily line. There's an entry there. So on that one candle there is gaining us about 15, 16 pips. Right the way down, you can trade all this. Continuation here, in straight away, one candle there. You sort of take about sort of 10, 15 pips out of that. That's just a quick overview of today. All right. So, and your charts will be exactly the same as mine. You can take exactly the same trades. So this is where we'll be starting. And we will be starting with this. When I talk about the course, when I get into the course, it's this. Everybody and anybody that's tried to trade, if you're trying to trade, you might think you've got a plan, but if you're trying to trade without a solid plan, then you will get emotional. And it will be the fear and the greed and anxiety and positions you're taking, that sort of stuff. And if you haven't got a plan, that's when people keep tripping themselves up and they keep blaming the system. Any system that they buy, they blame. As, oh, your system don't work, I can't make any points with it. And invariably, it's because there isn't a plan in place and you haven't got any strict discipline. So that's where we need to start. It is the plan. If you talk to anybody who's worth their weight in trading, it's going to be the plan. Okay, Paul, how long you've been trading, and do you make a comfortable living from Forex? Yes, I've been trading on and off at the beginning from about 1999. That's when I got really involved with it, Max. And yes, I make a comfortable living. I make between £4,000 and £6,000 a week. Bernard and Wendy don't know that. That's news to them now. But that's generally what I make on my intraday trading. I haven't been recently because I haven't been trading very much because of what's been going on outside of the trading room with my father-in-law dying and stuff. But yes, generally. So if you have got, you can build your account up from, small amounts. You can start off with say £500 or whatever, and you can build that up. Now we can just today. I'll show you the trades today. So they're not. It's not hindsight stuff. You can look at the trades. If you can see the trades at the end, I say this to all people that have been in the live room and people I've done one-to-ones with. If the trading system that you have bought, you can look at the end of a trading day and specifically see the trade setup, stops and targets. If you can do that, you have a good system. It's you that needs to learn how to do it. You can't keep blaming the system if other people are using it and making money. All right, so that's what we're going to be going through. So yes, I do make a very good living. My swing trading, I make more points than I do money on my swing trading because it's round. It's always the way, but it's around the other way because the stops are so big usually. But yes, I do make very good money trading. This month hasn't been so good because, like I say, I haven't traded very much. But I've done small trades. I'll show you that in a second. This month's trades on this particular account on the live room. But it's not been a fantastic month for me because of that reason, like I pointed out. So there you go. So this is what we will be going through. Your plan, how to set your plan out. I will do everything with you, not for you, with you. The plan is based around time management for everybody. So I can get up in the morning whenever I like, 6 o'clock. I can trade till about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And every day you can make 20 points. Once you know what you're doing, 20 points is the minimum. But you need to learn what you're doing. And once you understand what you're doing, you can get to the charts and make points whenever you want to using my particular way of trading, which is unorthodox. This is why I wanted to make sure this wasn't going out to the masses. Okay, if Bernard come back to me and said, I've got 1,000 people subscribed, it would upset me, genuinely upset me, because I wouldn't be able to cope with it. It's a very personal one-to-one thing with me. So these are the notes that you get in your books. You make some notes. So that's what it, for me, it has to be. It has to be. Now here, if I can find it right. Okay, professional traders thinking, the psychology. Now, I'm just touching on this really, but the psychology, when I wrote this, I had a few people that I'd done one-to-ones with that have sort of fell off their bike, if you like, and lost their way. So listening to the people in the live room and the emails I received, it took me some time to actually write this. But basically, this goes through what a professional trader, what they must think like, because it is an attitude. It's not just about the system. Like I say, it's where people sort of trip up, fall over with their trading. It's because they haven't got the mindset right. Okay, and this is what I wrote. So this is the sort of thing you can read and you can find. If you've been around trading before, then you can find yourself in here. Certain things that I've written that people read it and go, do you know what, that's me. I get into a trade, it's a winning trade, fantastic. I won't take another trade just in case I lose that first trade. Or if I take a losing trade, I can't wait to get into another trade to get my points back. That's the psychology of it. And that is not right. You've got to understand that isn't right. And I will teach you why it isn't right. And it's all to do with your plan and the way you think. There's three things, okay? 1, 2, and 3. There's knowledge. You need knowledge. If you want to learn to trade, you need to learn from someone that can give you the right systems, okay, and teach you how to use them and give you that psychology sort of what's the word, sort of step up, if you like. So you've got knowledge. The next part of it is strategy. The strategies that you use, you've got to understand how to use them, which is what I'm here for, which is what I'll be teaching you. and then you have execution. So it's KSE, execution. You need to know before you get to the charts how you're going to be trading and what executions you're looking for. And once you understand that, you will from there immerse yourself into trading because it becomes fun, not stressy. All right, it's fun. And if it's not fun and you don't enjoy it, it's part of your plan that isn't right. So you should be able to take winning trades and losing trades, because you do get both, winning trades, losing trades, and you have no emotional content on either. You don't get ecstatic when you have a win, and you don't get all down and depressed when you have a loss. You should be training with me and trading level-headed. And the day that that happens is the day you start making as many points as you want, because you can. The system tells you to make the points. It's the person that is usually the problem. So time frames, we're going through all this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because it's a huge book. I'll quickly just skip through there. Again, you get more notes. And then month one, we get into month one, obviously, and then this here, the candle patterns. Everyone in the live room, if you've been part of the live room and you're back here because you're thinking of joining the course, but you left the live room, you may or may not have been given this. But this here, the candle patterns themselves, everybody that is in the live room that has got this candle pattern book, it's my candle patterns. It's the way I look at the markets. It's nothing like you've seen before. If you've not ever seen this before, it is brand new to you. And it's never going to be for sale. It's only to do with the people I personally want to teach, and it goes through everything. So you've got, I list all the candles, all the patterns that I use, and the reason for them, what is a candle, that sort of stuff. Goes through and gets quite advanced, but it's not too hard to learn. Once you understand what you're actually looking for, let's just find some candles that I'm talking about. You know, silly things like this. People don't understand. Even long shadows. You get a long shadow represent buyer rejection. Sellers are overwhelming the buyers. You know, and then you get, there's certain ways of marking your candles so you see that you know that price is going to drop or it's going to climb, and this is all in here. Everything is in this candle pattern PDF or candle pattern book. So that is one of the main things that you need to learn, and you'll thoroughly enjoy it. I'm not sure if Robert's here. Robert is, I hope you don't mind me saying, I'm just seeing if Robert is here. Definitely was sent an invite. Maybe he couldn't make it. Robert is a doctor, and when he got this candle pattern, because he was part of the live room, and then his circumstances had to change, he had to look after his grandchildren, I think, or something. Robert wrote a really nice email to me and said that this is a standalone. This is a system on its own. This is a standalone system on its own. But the candle patterns, he said, it was extremely enjoyable to read, and it made a huge amount of sense. So that's part of it. So you'll get this, obviously, and you'll take a lot out of this, but that's the candle patterns. So that's what you're going through there. And then I actually introduce, got to get this right. Okay, we're still on candle patterns. These are what I call these are the cheats. This is like a cheat sheet of candle patterns. Some traders, if you like, candle pattern traders who use candle patterns, they don't call them what I call them. Some of them are. This is an engulfer buy. Okay, it's completely engulfed this candle here, so it's a buy position. And here you get a pin bar engulfer sell. So there's your pin bar. You can enter immediately on the close of that if you wanted to. You can wait for it to engulf, and then price normally goes down. The same there. But these here, these are the ones that once you understand these, you can look through your chart at the end of the day. You understand these. I call these a stepped engulfer. It's taken two for it to move on. Explosion candle. Most of the time, explosion candles start off a move and they finish a move. And it's understanding where they are and what candle patterns come after. So these are like the cheat sheets, if you like. Okay, so that obviously you'll be learning that. and that's sort of in the first month. And then the first system that we actually will be learning to use is the fast track way. And as you can see, you get a color change, and there's entries on all these candles. It's developed by me from my original fishhook method, which was a mixture of moving averages. But this is just simpler. It's just there's a color change, and you can trade it. There's a color change, you can trade it, and there you go. You can see it. You can see all of these, and if you get a pullback like this did, it pulled back, touched the daily line, which will be taught about the daily line. That's an engulfer. This is a mixture, a confluence of signals here. So it's bouncing off the daily line. It's engulfer, and there's your entry, and there's some pips. So that'll be the first system that you'll be taught to use. And then, you know, this is it in a blown up version. Some of you have got the system. I just want to put this bit in here. If you're thinking that the course is expensive, and yes, it is, it's a lot of money. If you're really interested in trading and you want, and you're looking to trade, but you're looking for a way to trade in your time, or the time frame that you can get to the charts, I don't know of any other trading system anywhere where you can actually trade individual candles. All right, that's what I can do. So if you've got limited time, okay, you can get to the screen to work. You can get to screens as you get home in the evening. You can have your tea, sit down and say, right, it's 7 o'clock. I'm going to go up on my charts. I can use Paul's fast track way, or if there's a setup for is trend trading system. That's the advantage of being with me. There's not just one way to sort of skin the cat. And if you find that you can't do that, then the 24-hour swing trading system, where if you're with GKFX, it's a 10 o'clock candle. I'm with IG, so a 12 o'clock midnight candle, because you know I don't have to get up for work, so I don't mind trading on the 12 o'clock candle with IG index. But you can do that, and you can trade very successfully the 24-hour system. So, but point I want to make is, if you can't join the course, you haven't got the funds to join the course, then you can still, if you want to, you can still buy one of the systems. You can buy the fast track system, or the midnight trader, if you like. You've got a choice, so you can still sort of join in if you want to. If you still want to get into trading, then you can do that. You don't have to join the course. If you do join the course, obviously, then you're going to get everything I teach, everything I've taught on a one-to-one with many people. You know, obviously you'll be joining us with that. And then the fast track candle indicator, which is these arrows. So basically, once you've learned the candle patterns, you know what you're looking for. This is a continuation. You're going to have every one of these arrows, when it pulls back, is an entry. And you just need to learn the candle patterns that go with it. If you're above the daily line, you wouldn't take the sells, you take the buys. So you get that candle pattern indicator almost immediately. Well, you get it immediately. It's all going to be set up on your charts. So that's the what happens in the first month. And so it's the candle patterns, the plan, and what system you're going to be using. And then this is the fast track scalper system. This is where I introduce you to, this is my support and resistance tool. Now, these diamonds, they calculate continuously. I'll show you some on the chart in a minute. But this is where, this is again a system in itself, but this helps you to learn candle patterns from different levels. So this is a system in itself, if you wanted to use it without any indicators, any, you know, the T1 indicator. But these diamonds, when they come out, you've got an engulfer there, it's coming into the daily line, there's a trade down there, there's an engulfer there. So, but that's what, so you'll be taught how to use this as well if you want to. You don't have to learn this part, but it teaches you the candle patterns that you would have learned as well. And so, but we will be going through, obviously we'll be going through it. It'll be a waste of time having it there. But you can use this for tighter stops, so you can have a 2 pip stop if you wanted to, so it's a sort of smaller. But this is what I call sort of mini scalping. I showed this in the live room. I think it was last week or week before, where you can trade. You can have a 5-minute chart open and a 1-minute chart, and then when you get a signal in the 5-minute, the trends change. You can jump in on the 1-minute, and you can trade 1-minute charts. No problem at all. Don't listen to people that say you can't trade 1-minute charts, because I trade them successfully, and I know quite a few people who trade 1-minute charts very successfully. It's just the system. It's just an attitude. You have the correct attitude, and like I say, the right indicators, if you like, the right indicators. So again, here you get a break. It's closed above the diamonds. You get a little fish up there, and then you get an entry above there. So but that's what we're going through as well. So there's that as well. Just don't want to go too far ahead. Right, money management doesn't really matter. Yeah, you're damn right it matters, because if you've got £500 in your account and you're trying to trade at £5 a point, fear and greed, yes, you can be very successful, but fear and greed, you're overstretching your account. So money management is very, very important, and it keeps you in the game. Anyone can blow an account if they really want to. They just there's no discipline involved. They just go off doing whatever they want to do. So anyone can blow an account. But if you're in this for the long haul, and if you are, ladies and gentlemen, if you decide that you want to join me and you're in this for the long haul, there is absolutely no reason why you can't be making £1,000 a week. There's no reason, because all you need to do is build your account up. Just build your account up. And I say, if you've got the methods and you've got the right attitude, you can do that. This here, again, this is not for sale. This is only for people who joined the course and that was in the live room. I developed it specifically for the live room. This is where the outer bands, there's a specific calculation, okay, for these outer bands. And I'll show you in a minute on some live charts. These setups, okay, they're calculated with my coder. We've calculated these. So you've got an average true range, and they're calculated over months and months and months of data. So they're not just plucked out of thin air. They are specifically worked out that when you get a signal where everything lines up, which is that one there, that one there, that one there. So there's like A, which is this T1 moving average here, or alert. That is A, that's B, and that's C. When they all line up, there's your stop, which is also your target. So it's 1-to-1 minimum. If you can watch a trade, you can look for more. So that's the setup there, 1-to-1. If you don't want to use the outer band as your stop, because it might be too big, you can use the T1 or previous candle high. So here, so there, you could go 5 pips above there. So that would be your entry, 5 pips above there. So it could be up here, or you could use a standard 20 pip target, 20 pip stop loss. So there's different ways of actually doing it. I'll teach you how to do this. It's actually in the manual as well. But that was the reason why I developed this, because a lot of people in the live room, they were taking the trades, but their stops wasn't in the right place. So they get stopped out, but it would have been a winning trade. So it was built. This was built through the frustration of people in the live room, and I felt for them. So this is why it was developed. So not only that, but when this does set up, that invariably becomes the distance you expected the market to move, and it works brilliantly. So from wherever this bottom band figures out the break, this ABC setup here, sometimes the candle is above the band, depends on the volume and the candle pattern. Like here, this one's below the band. Sometimes it triggers and it's below the band, like I call it the top zone between the T1 and this band. And then you work out the stop, and that's the expected target. And invariably, it does go on to make those points, virtually all the time. And this is just a description of what you're looking for. And it goes through. I do eventually go through stop loss. Here you go, stop loss there, and you can change it 1-to-1 risk reward. There you go, 5 pips above there. You can do that way. Again, it's calculated from the top there if you wanted it to be. But that, I mean, these are getting into the details, but I'm just showing you that this is what I developed. This is what these are my babies, these systems, and they work. They really do work. So you'll be taught them if you want to join me, as well as everything else. So that's a trend trading system. We'll be also going through multiple time frame, which I'll show you live in a minute. The multiple time frame is the way to trade. You can trade just having one chart on if you want to, but it's best to have confluence between mixture of time frames, and I'll also show you how to trade pullbacks, because that's where even more money is available as well. So that's the trend trading system, and then that's sort of month 2, and then more notes. I've gone too far. It's difficult to actually do it with this. There you go, Midnight Trader. The Midnight Trader, it teaches you everything that you need to know to be able to trade the daily time frame. Now, when I developed this, you can see, look, it's individual candle trading, just like the fast track way, but it's the daily time frame. What I will say about this, which is why it's such a good system, if you've been around trading before, it's very difficult to get on a trade very often with a daily time frame because the setups take so long, and sometimes the stop losses are huge. It depends what system you're using, but sometimes it's ridiculous. So I've actually spoken to traders that have like 800,000 point stop losses, and it baffles me because there's no need. But what they're basically saying is where the stops are and where the targets are and the way it's all worked out, they've gone to the previous swing. And I know there's a particular chap who lives in Ireland, and he's got his swing trading system, and he invited me to a webinar. This was sometime last year. He invited me to a webinar, and I couldn't believe. Let me just show you just quickly. Just find daily time frame. What I couldn't believe is, let's just say, all right, I'll just do this. This is what he was waiting for, right? So price has come up here, didn't trade that. Okay, let's just say, but he didn't trade that. He was waiting for a break. So the break of this level here, where you get this sort of fishhook action, this is the break he was waiting for. So his stop was up here somewhere, you know, that's 1,300 points. His stop was up there somewhere, and his expected target was 1,300 points 1-to-1. What I couldn't believe is why wasn't trading that, and why wasn't trading that? Why wouldn't you trade that and that? Because some systems, they're not like this. This shows you where, you know, just trade what you see. It tells you there's a certain way of trading it, yes, but you trade what you see. And over the course of the month, there's a specific way to mark the end and the beginning of the month, okay? So here, prices pull back here, and it's sat on the price of the beginning of this month. People don't know this. So this is what you'll be taught. People just don't know. So they're sort of trading in blindly, if you like, but there's loads of points available once you understand what you're doing. So the setups are very, very important. I mean, this run here, for instance, no candle closes outside of this bottom band. This is my advanced system, okay? No candle closes outside the bottom of the band, but you trade limit orders all the way down, okay? This one closes outside the bottom of the band. So you can use the band or the top of the candle. In this case, it's the top of the candle. But that is a 340 pip stop loss, and that's what you're looking for, 340 points. You don't have to go all in on this. If it's 300 points and you're trading at £1, you think, well, that's £300 there. I'm going to go in at 50p and see if I still get candles, you know, going in my favour. and you can trade that, and you can add to your positions. You can add to your positions. So each time a candle closes outside the band, you can add to your position. Does it again, does it again, does it again, does it again. It's continuous. So all the way down there, even this explosion candle, you know, we're talking there's 900 points just there. And you can trade as many pairs as you like. But that's just a quick thing on that. Do we have any questions at the moment? I don't want to leave, if anyone's got any questions, I don't want to leave them sort of right to the end so we don't answer them. But so if you've got anything that you've got a question on, just fire away. So this is what the basic 24-hour swing trading system, and it all intertwines with each other with the fast track method, the official method, and the trend trading system as well. Voids, when to void a trade. So there's you're not left in the dark when there's trades that you think that you should take. You've always got the rules, support and resistance, how I use it. Most people don't even know about the price at the beginning and the end of each month. It will all make sense once we get sort of like to the end of the third month. It should all make sense because along the way you'll be taught how to do this. And there's the Midnight Trader cheat sheet. Now basically it tells you 24-hour trades, what they are, 24-hour trades plus, set and forget band trades, set and forget band trades plus, and then candle close outside the bands. That's my favorite setup because I can leave a trade for like a week, 2 weeks, however long I want to, because it's my set and forget. So I might actually say put 4 trades on in a week, and I might not put any more trades on for 2 weeks, but I'm sitting on 1,100 points. So it just depends. So that's what you can do, but you've got really a minimum 100 pip stop loss, but it's that can change. You can have a smaller stop loss as well as a bigger one. And then we sort of get to the very end, where I'm still hold your hand right. Once the course finishes, it's not like some courses, and I've done lots of courses. It's not like some courses where you send an email sort of a week or 2 after the course is finished, and you don't get a reply. It's like, oh, could you refer back to page 20 in your course material? It's nothing like that. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be what people are used to. Okay, you're a number, you've paid your money, and that's it. Let's move on to the next one. I'm not going to name a name, but there is someone in the UK who's charging thousands for his, and that's basically it. It's 2,000 quid for 6 days, and that is it. You pay for your support after that, and I think that's very unfair, and I don't want to be tarred with that brush. So after, it might be 5 or 6 weeks, afterwards, and you're trading away, and you're doing your intraday trading, and you're doing some swing trading as well in there, and problem, or you come unstuck on something, or you've misunderstood something, then you contact me, because that's what I'm here for. Like I say, all my one-to-ones I've done that have been personal, where I've gone to people's homes, they can contact me whenever they like, even now. And I've done one-to-ones 5, 6 years ago, and they can email me. And if I've ever done anything like a one-to-one with someone, and I develop something further, they all get that. They all get that sent through. So I'd say recently, one chap I sent this through here, because I'm going to show you this stuff now. I sent through this trend trader one, and he stopped using everything, and he just uses a trend trader now. Uses it every single day, and absolutely loves it. So this is where we would start. Okay, so this is 15-minute and 5-minute time frame, but this is a fast track way, and I will be looking to trade live in the live rooms, which is, like I say, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's not so much about live trading for just the points, although obviously that will happen. It's about the setup, me talking through it, what it's actually about, where I'm getting in to take the trade, where my stop is, and I'll move my stop, and then my expected target, or I trade individual candles, looking to make 20 points. So every time I get to the charts, look to make 20 points. Because if you can make 20 points and you know how you've done it, you can repeat it, you can do this as many times as you like. So you can make 20 points before you get to work in the morning, and then when you come home in the evening, you can jump on maybe a second account or whatever you choose to do, and you can trade in the evening. You say, right, I've taken a 5-pip trade, 10-pip trade, 7-pip trade, I've made 20 points in the evening. And you can do that. So that's the fast track way. I can change that where you actually get the arrows. So the arrows tell you when there's a pullback, you get this box, and it's on another screen. So this box here, pings and says, oh, there was a trade there. It was a sale trade at so and so time. And that's basically, I'll get it off because it uses too much of the screen up. And that's what these little arrows are. And you can trade them. So today, for instance, on this is the 15-minute time frame. There was those I went through it earlier, but there's trades there, all the way up there, all the way back down there. And the markets loves this daily line. This daily line is, I won't trade without this daily line. I did this morning. I'll just show you something. I did this morning in the live room. Just make it a little bit bigger. Right, if you take the daily line off, okay, and take the period separators off, all you have basically is a blank chart. It's just not a naked chart because you've got indicators on there, but that's what you've got. So you're just trading wherever it's going to, all right? But when you change that, you put in what I've developed and put in there to help me make points, you can see that it wants the daily line. A fish hooks back, continues over, comes back down again, fish hooks underneath, and you've got some trades. So this is the fish hook method. So we'll be going through that. That's the basic method. That's my baby. What's brilliant about this system is, let's just compare it to other systems. Other systems, if you've got a job, okay, you have got to be at the charts when you're at your job. So unless you've got I used to do this as well. Unless you're in an office job where you can get on the computer and you can sort of sneakily have your charts open, and I used to do that. How can you get to these signals? These system sellers say, oh, look, today you could have made 250 points. Yes, mate, I was driving my lorry, or I was doing whatever I was doing. I'm in a bakery. I'm a copper. I can't do this. I'm a doctor. I'm seeing patients. How the bloody hell can I get your signals? Your system's brilliant, but I can't trade it. So here, you get to the charts when you want to, and you can trade individual candles. And I'll teach you how to do it. I mean, it's quite self-explanatory there. But that's the advantage of this. And this is the reason, this all started for me. This is the reason why I become very successful very quickly. I used to be a member of a live room. I'm not going to mention names. I used to be a member of a live room, and I genuinely, honestly, there's a young lad called Ben who was in this live room as well, and he couldn't make a pip. This guy was showing he couldn't make a pip. But I was posting my trades, and in this live room, he kept the chat sort of open, if you like, and I would be trading, and I'll be going, oh, +7, +7 on cable, or +9 on Wall Street. This was in the morning. I could trade Wall Street in the morning, and it was my fish hook method, which is basically this. Okay, but I didn't have arrows. I didn't have MT4 then. But I was posting all these points, and it really started to, excuse my French, but it really started to piss this guy off, because everybody was saying, who's this guy? Who's making these things? What's he doing? And of course, he was getting loads of inquiries and then saying, look, whatever this guy's doing, he's made, like, in this morning's live room, he made 45 points. Why aren't you doing it? And it was my fish hook method, because I said to this particular chap, why is it you can't get in a trade on a pullback? No, it don't work that way. You've got to wait till a price goes above a level. So as it closes above a level there, you can get in the trade. I said, why can't you trade from there to there? And then if it carries on from there to there. No, you can't do that. I said, but you can trade individual candles. I know a way. Silly me. I had a meeting with this guy, showed him, set everything up for him. He had my system for about 3 weeks. He phoned me up and he said, you have got a cash cow. You have developed something which I have never ever seen. And in those 3 weeks, and I'm not making this up, he made £7,500 using my system. And he never gave me a beat, not a penny. He said thank you, but that's enough said on that. But that is the truth. I'm not making that story up. That is the truth. And of course, then I've got together with Ben and taught Ben, and the rest is history now. But anyway, that's the fast track. Okay, this is this one. Once you've learned that, then you move on to this one. Now, this is today's trading. Okay, so from this morning, we count from 7 o'clock. So it says 9 o'clock down here, but this platform, GKF, it's 2 hours ahead on its candles. But basically, 7 o'clock this morning, okay, no line here. This is all black and white, all colors, whatever you want to call it. On that candle there, it closed. This was yellow, this was yellow, and this was yellow. Your stop is, if you wanted to take that amount of stop, is 37 points, and you're expecting the market to move 37 points. You could have your stop there, you could have your stop 5 pips below previous candle down here, but that's the expected market move, 37 points. And how far did it move? There you go, all the way out to 45. So you definitely would have made points there. Okay, that's heading into the daily line. Didn't make it, but it's heading into the daily line. Then what do we get? We get, you can see them. You can get, there is 3, because can everyone see this, or do you want me to make it bigger? Is it okay? There is 3 tails here, 3 significant tails, all right? Then we get that candle there. So that's the test, okay? So then we get on that candle there, which is closed below the bottom band. So we've got, that's changed to red, that's red, that's red, that there is your entry. That's the expected market move, okay, 43 pips. Now, something I've got to mention here, you always look to make sure that you have room to target points. So this is where the last swing is. So this last swing down here is 38 points away. Okay, you can see it there, 38 points. This stop loss on this, remember it's all specifically calculated, these bands, that is roughly a 43 pip stop, okay, or whatever you choose to do, whichever way you want to choose it, it'll be in your plan. So we're expecting the market to move 43 pips, and it got to 41. So would you have been disappointed if you've been sitting on 41 points? Well, no, not really. If you certainly could have marked your position to what you're actually explosion candles is what I'm saying, but that's the expected market move. Okay, so that's from the daily line. So there's that move there, and then what have we got on that one there? We've got another move here. This is the 5-minute time frame. That move there, expected 24 pips. Have you got room to target? Yes, you have. That's the next swing. So you would have made points there. This pulls back. Okay, there isn't really a trade here. I'll quickly show you why there isn't a trade there. There isn't a trade there because what you're seeing here is that. So you've got low, and this. I won't go into it now, but you've got high lows and lower highs and stuff. So, but that's the reason. Okay, you can see that clearly. But buy position again here, everything's set up. That's your expected market move. Do we have that to a swing? Yes. Daily line? Yes. So there's another trade there. Now, already I'm showing you points that you could have taken yourself. Okay. And another setup here on that one there. Okay, up there, 43. Is there room to target? Well, once you get past this area here, there is, but there's a little pullback here. Okay, so retest here, but it did go on. It did go on to make the points. But that's the reason why when I had a chat with my coding guy, and we calculated everything and we tested it, back tested it, I forward tested it with real money, my own accounts, and it worked out really, really well. And it was only then that I gave everyone it in the live room, and this is what they're trading mostly now. But there is the mixture. You can have the fast track rate, but that's what you'll be taught. Now, the little bit, I've got 5 minutes left. I can take some questions if you've got some. The bit I want to talk to you about is I spoke to everyone in the live room this morning, and I showed them something that I've been using and developed. Again, it's no PDF. It's not for sale. It is only for the people who join the course, and it isn't a sweetener or anything like that, because I will be using this, and I use this every day. And what I want is to integrate this somewhere in the course. I'm going to integrate this for people because it is such a simple way to trade. So, right, where is it? I've just got to find it. Okay. This here, it might look a bit complicated at the moment, but it's not. Basically, this gets you trading with the trend. Okay, so you can take pullbacks. So there's a daily line. You set up this morning. There was your first setup this morning. Just went through a little bit earlier here. So if you was up really early doors, you would have caught this move here. Okay, and then there is a move straight back down here if you wanted it. It's to do with the candle patterns here. We've got an explosion candle that's been broken, fish hooked underneath 50%. I'll teach you all this. Takes you back into the daily line. You're above the daily line, so the bias is actual buy trades. There's another trade there. You've got the band for your stop, so you look for 28 pips, and it goes on to make 28 pips. You've got an explosion candle off of like a double top here, if you like, and I say you've got the trade there, so there's another 36 pips, but that's trading with the trend. Now, let me just show you, and this is what is going to be taught on the course as well, so let me just show you this. Similarly, not quite, but similarly, the arrows that are on this, okay, so these green moving averages, everything's green, and you get a pullback, and then you get a ping, and it tells you there's a trade. Okay, so you're trading with the trend, right? And you can take these bounces, you can build positions off of these trend lines. You've got this one here as well, so you're with the trend, you're with the higher time frame. Sorry, you're with the trend on any time frame actually. But would you have taken, if you'd have taken buys here, okay, this is green. If you're taking buy positions, would you have had any losses? No, you wouldn't have. You would have had all winning trades, all red. If you'd have taken sell positions on pullbacks, would you have had any losing positions? No, you wouldn't have done. Okay, Max. Looks really interesting, but the charts blow my fossil mind. That's I'm sure it's not that bad, Max. Max, let me teach you. Let me teach you. It's not complicated. Basically, it is just like having traffic lights lining up. You know, you've got red, you've got yellow, get ready, green, off you go. Exactly the same. You know, if you can line up, these are telling you a story straight away. Even before any of this changes, this is integral to this. But this is a counter trend trade up to this moving average here. And you can see it hit it, went above it, and then kicked off back down again. This is the Asian session. So Asia opened up, dropped. So about 9 o'clock in the morning, we're getting these blue arrows. Then we get everything line up on that little doji there. Okay, everything lines up green. We're going into this moving average. So I'll teach you. You can take this trade as what I call an early entry, but you can take this trade early. If not, then once you've got these moving averages are in line, then basically you can trade these pullbacks and add to your positions. But basically, off you go. You can trade these, and there's lots of points to be made. But that is what I've got to, and I will be introducing this to everyone that joins the course. So that it's not just going to be what there is in the manual. This is like an addition to everything else. But yeah, so this is the 5-minute time frame on cable today. So very early doors, 7 o'clock this morning. This is telling you everything's moving up. There's no arrows on this one. You can put the arrows on if you wanted to, but there's your setup there. One there and one there. It's closed outside the band. 30 pips stop, easily, nearly a 2-to-1 there, but easily a 30 pips. And then we get an engulfing candle, fish hooks up underneath, everything goes red on that candle there. That's red, that's red. There's your stop, 33, and you're looking for 33, and it goes into the daily line and makes you 33 points quite comfortably. But that's trading with the trend. You can take these pullbacks, but you can add to your positions as well. But yes, so there we are. That was the bit that I didn't show people last week because I weren't too sure, whether people would be that interested in it, because it's not really this isn't part of the course. But I will be teaching this, and from the feedback that I've had from some members this morning, they've already jumped on it and said can't wait, because it gives you everything that you need. You've got the trends, it gives you confidence. You've got the bands to give you a stop loss and your target, and also you can take your bounce positions, what you call bounce positions. So this is green. You can take these. Stepped in golfer. There's a little trade there for 20-30 pips. Right, okay. Max, really interested by Tony. Sorry, Tony, I can't read what that says. I'm not sure about that. Could you come back to me with that? Keith Graham, Paul. That's all I've got. Simon, I've lost my IG demo account because of, it just says K. Apologies if you have already covered this, but unfortunately I've missed. Well, this is recorded. This is being recorded, so I'll definitely send it through to you, Keith. If you've got a question, just type it up. We don't have to finish right this very second. Simon, IG demo. You can have a GKFX demo account. There's lots of different demo accounts you can get to start the ball rolling. Simon, you should be able to open up a new demo account anyway. Let me just say something about demo accounts with whoever you choose to do it with. There's FXCM, there's lots of them. MT4. They will let anyone open up a demo account, okay, because they will sort of bother you to fund a live account. Now, my advice has always been the same. If you can double, okay, your demo account, no matter what it is, so if it's a £5,000 one or 10,000 or whatever it is, if you double that account for your own peace of mind, you will start your trading off in the best possible way. Some traders, okay, some system sellers, they will say, demo for a couple of weeks, then get into live trading because you need to know what it feels like. Okay. Put it this way. When you're learning to drive a car, all right, and you haven't passed your test, you're on demo, aren't you, really? Okay. Now, if you haven't passed your test, you can't go and drive around on your own, live, if you like. You can't go and sit around and do it on your own. You've got to have someone with you. And it's best to learn with someone with you until you've passed your test. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, that's exactly the same with trading. You demo account and you trade, and at the end of each month, you look back at your trades, do your mapping. I'll show you what mapping is in a minute. And you do your mapping. At the end of that month, if you can prove to yourself and to me that you understand what you're doing, okay, then you should be able to put your live account. You get open up your live account, because that's what, if you like, that's what these platforms do. Give you the demo, and then they're thinking, God, please put 500 quid in your account, put 1,000. If you put 2,500, we'll match it with 500 or whatever, because they know that the majority of the people, they lose because they haven't had the proper training. Remember what I said? It's knowledge. That's what I'm here for. Strategy. That's what you've got here. Okay. Execution. How to trade it, and then immerse yourself. Immerse yourself in it so you enjoy it and you understand what you're doing. And then, yes, you can. I've never traded on the beach. I know these. It's usually a sales pitch in it. You know, take your laptop on holiday, and I'm buggered if I take my laptop on holiday. If I want to go jet skiing, I'm not interested in trading. But the point is, I think that you can, once you've learned how to do it, you can trade wherever you like. Okay, Simon. Simon, I've lost my IG demo account because of lack of use. What is the best way to recover it? Okay, you may be able to. Well, if you phone them up, first of all, phone them up. That's the best thing. Phone them up and say to them, look, I've had a little dabble with demo trading and, you know, with my demo account and stuff, but because I haven't used it, can I reactivate it, please? And they'll bite your hand off too. And if not, then go to GKFX. This is GKFX, and you can use GKFX as well. Yes, you're going to get some phone calls at the beginning because, you know, they want you to fund an account because they want to take that money off of you. I say what I mentioned in the webinar last week is they're expecting you to get into positions. They're expecting you here to sort of like, whoa, look, the market's gone. You don't buy at the highs. And then over here, well, its price is closed above the previous bodies of that one is. I'm buying at the high. No, you don't buy at the high. Okay. So that's what they're expecting you to do, lose your money. Some of the webinar, could I obtain reasonable return by trading 2 to 3 hours each day? That is a brilliant question, and I get asked that question a lot, even from people in the live room. Okay, let me teach you, Keith. That's what I'm saying here, is let me teach you, because you will be getting taught this particular system. But if we go to, I've got to find it now. Right, this is Euro today. I'll show you something in a second. Let's just go to fast track. Even if you went to the fast track, okay, and I teach you, this is the 5-minute time frame, and you can make points. And if you get really stuck, then you can have this. Well, you will have this anyway, but you can have it with the arrows. So if you sat on your hands and waited and thought, right, Paul's taught me about candle patterns, I read the candle patterns, I know what an engulfer is, that's a new high of the day, I'm going to take this position and I'm going to trade this, you can make points down there. So 2 to 3 hours, okay. Let's just do this from, this is 2:30 this afternoon, okay. So it's 2:30, from 2:30, all right, you've got a triple bottom here, you've got, let's just move that across there. So you've got prices actually bounced up here, it's come add a go, it's bounced up again, you've got a pin bar engulfer, that's a fabulous signal, it's the one I was showing you earlier. You can get in there if you want to, but, and then there you go, and there's trades. So from there, if you stayed in that trade, just them 2 candles there, if you was trading at this time, Keith, there's 23 points there. Okay, and that's what the advantage of having the fast track way. Now, if we jump to the trend trader, again, is your ABC setup right there. So ABC setup, just move this a little bit here. So there are 17 pips, that's minimum 17 pips. So you're looking for 17 pips. In actual fact, this was, if you were watching your trade, this was a 2 to 1. Okay, so easy 2 to 1 there. And invariably they go for more than 1 to 1 anyway, but there you go. There's your next setup there. That's red, that's red, that's red. It's below the band. It doesn't have to be, but it's below the band, purple band. There's your 27 pips. That's your expected distance for it to move. Pullbacks is 28 pips over here. Look, 28 pips. So you wouldn't be disappointed. So if you can, Keith, then 2 to 3 hours a day, let me teach you how to make 20 points. And those 2 to 3 hours will be very beneficial. Um, the white Mac, we talked about this morning. I will sort that out for you, Mac. The white crosses were showing in the fast track, but not shown in the new MT2 system, both with the black and MT4 background. Yes, we will be going through that, Mac. Anyone with their charts. What Mac's saying is, let me just, no worries, Keith. Right, let me just, I think it's that one you want. Okay. What it is the coding that I've had done, I've obscured because it's a different way of trading. This is trading with the trend and able to get you into pullbacks. But if I change the color, you'll see what I mean. There's lots and lots of stuff going on in the background that you can't see because you don't need it. But there is these little crosses and there's these little black dots and stuff. Now, what I'll do is, if you like the white background like this, again, you can change the thickness of these and you can change all the colors and stuff if you like. But I will change it so you haven't got all these little black crosses, because basically it doesn't work with this particular trend, with these particular moving averages. This is to do with the fast track way, but the actual arrows and this particular alert works really brilliantly with this, but you don't need these crosses. Okay, so that's the reason. That's what Mac's on about. But don't worry, Mac, you will not be left in the dark. I shall make sure that's sorted out for you, so you can have the white background, because some people don't like the black background. But no problem at all, Mac. No problem at all. I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything. I've lost the IG account. Okay, so Simon, you're going to see if you can sort your IG account out. That'd be cool. They will oblige you. If not, you can open one of GKFX. So yeah. So anyway, guys, this is like I say, it's not a sales pitch. I'm not into that. It's I teach everyone in the live room. If everyone's in here and they could sort of speak up, they would say, I'm not that type of guy. I'm, to be honest, I'm all about teaching people. And okay, I'll be frank. I got so annoyed, and for many years, of buying systems from people saying this is the best thing since sliced bread, and when you get it, they don't want to teach you how to use it. And when you come up with some real nitty gritty questions that they can't answer, you get ignored. And I'm just guessing that some of you guys here, you've maybe come across this where you've sent probably the same email a couple of times, and you send a fresh one, and then you maybe get, when you first buy the system, you get your replies quite quickly, but after a while, they've got your money, the guarantee period's all gone, and then you ask a few more questions, and it's like, oh, just refer back to the manual. That's what I used to get. Oh, just refer back to the manual. All the information you need is there. And it's like, well, thanks very much. I'm not like that. And a lot of people in the live room, they will tell you that, and Bernard will tell you that. I genuinely do go beyond what is considered the norm, if you like. But you can see these are the trades today. That's this particular system. If you if you like that. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. Now, like I say, I haven't been trading very much this month, and this is this is a tiny bit of this month. It's all real. Look, it's not a thing in what do you call it, screenshot. So this is only 620 points, but I haven't done hardly any trading this month. And I told everyone in the live room, there's some live people in the live room, that some of them are here in this webinar. That trade there really annoyed me. Okay, because I haven't done that for a very long time. Ignore that one, 50%. XP, that one. But this one here, okay, and the reason is because it's a buy position, and it wasn't a buy position. I'm going to prove this to you. I should have sold. When I clicked the ticket like a fool, I should have clicked sell and I clicked buy. I don't know why, but I did. And even somebody that, you know, trades full time like I do, you can make mistakes. Now, this is the Euro USD account. Now, what you can do, this is called mapping. So when you do your trading at the end of the month, right, this is what you can do. You can do it weekly or daily. You click on the trade you want to have a look at. Okay, you left click and you hold. Left click your mouse and hold. And then you move it onto the chart. And then as soon as that little square box comes on there, let go. And what that does, just get rid of that. What that does is shows you where your trade was. Now, why would you can all shout at me if you want to, but why would I buy there? Honestly, I would never buy there. My stop was up here, and my target was there, 30 pips. I was looking for about 30 pips. Okay, and it was off of a pin bar, off of this moving average. And that's the reason why I took it. But I clicked the wrong bloody side, you know? So anyone can do it, but that was just to prove to you, so that is this trade. That's to prove to you that I had a pin bar off of there and I should have sold and I didn't, I bought accidentally. But setup was a pin bar. It wasn't an ABC or a confirmation trade, like I like to say, with the moving averages, everything being green, red. It was the pin bar was the reason why I took it, because they're fantastic signals. But anyway, so there you go. So that's how you would do your mapping at the end of the day or the week, and we will go through that too. So if you do your mapping, say you trade well Monday to Friday when you can, according to your plan. You do your mapping, say on a Friday or Thursday night, whatever, and then you contact me and say, look, I've done my mapping, all these trades. Can we talk through my trades? We sort of make an appointment, if you like, for a Friday afternoon or whatever, because that's what the Mondays and Fridays are for. And then we can go through it, and I can say to you, you know, say for instance, it was this one. I say to you, right, do you understand? It's all about understanding what you did when it goes wrong. And I say to you, do you understand what you did? Yes. Guess what I did, Paul? I bloody bought instead of sell. Well, there you go. But you understood what you were doing. Yes. Okay, fine. And then you go through all the trades. And that's what the Mondays and the Fridays are for. So you're not left on your own. And you can look to make 20 points a day. So there you are, guys. I mean, it's hour and 18 minutes. I'm taking up so much of your time, hour and 18 minutes. But yeah, that was Euro today. Lots of points today if you traded Euro on that system. And if you didn't trade that system, then if you'd have traded a trend trader, then you've got your ABC setups as well. Bias buys were above the daily line. Bias buys, it's a nice buy there. There's a nice buy there this evening. Nice buy there from sort of midday onwards, and then from this morning, sort of 9 o'clock, nice buy on there. So, you know, you could take the pullbacks if you want as well. But that's just Euro today. You can see black and white, all different colors. I'm not making it up. That is what you get. So it sets everything up. People struggle with the stops and targets. This does it for you. And then if that doesn't do it for you, then let's have a look here. Have a quick look there. And if that doesn't do it for you and you really like this one, then you can actually trade individual candles as well. So I've got you basically cover the whole spectrum, everything. If you're interested, and like I say, if the course is just a little bit rich for you, let's say, and you don't want to invest that much into sort of your trading sort of future with me, if you don't want to go down that road, then you can obviously, if you want to, you can buy the fast track or this fast track system or the midnight trader, because the rest of them, you know, this one here, the trend trader, is not for sale. And that is no, it's no sales thing. It's not going to be sold like after the course or anything like that. It's not for sale. And like I say, and this also. It's just doing something. Sometimes it does this, sometimes it don't. Let's go there. Where are we? There. And that one there is also is not for sale. Okay, that's part of the course. That's for people, especially for people who are on the course. So, you know, you won't be able to get that. But you will get the fast track if you want to buy that, and the midnight trader if you want to, because they're both sort of, you know, they both work individually on their own. But this is sort of really the course material stuff to actually take to build position. I'll be showing you how to build a position. So you can take a trade and you can take a buy on these pullbacks. You take a buy, so you get a base, what's called a baseline. So if you're in a trade here, so from there you're in a trade already, and then on this pullback here you can put another position in here. So by the time it comes up to here, you're in a winning position on two positions. But that's more advanced. But that I'll be teaching you that anyway. So, any more questions, guys? Sorry, I've just like been chatting and chatting and chatting, and hopefully I've covered everything. It's going to be a great course. I'm really excited, and I'm really excited actually about working individually with people as well. So, any more questions, guys? There's quite a lot of people in the room actually. Thank you very much for joining me and listening to me going on. So, if there's any last questions, Simon, you're going to have a chat with IG or GKFX to open your account. That's cool. Keith, I hope I've put your mind at rest that you're not going to be taught something that doesn't work. You can see by today's trades where they are. Look, you can see there's trades there. It's about learning and me teaching you how to do it. I know Mac is already on the course. That's cool. I basically invited absolutely everybody. You know, there was loads and loads of invites went out today or this evening. Jack, if you need any help, then you can email Bernard, or you can email me if you're a little bit unsure about something. Forex Profit Center at hotmail.com. If you're not too sure, I can have a chat with you if you wish. If there's anything else, no, I don't think it is. Okay, so yeah, thank you very much, guys. We'll call it a nice hour and a half. I will upload this onto YouTube. It's got to be edited. You've got to put it through the editor. And what I'll do is make sure that you get that. Like I say, I've got the funeral tomorrow, so I'm not. If you don't get it, until Friday, that is the reason, because it's quite an upsetting time for us all at the moment. But if you've got any questions, then just email me, and let's get together and have a chat about it. See if I can get you to become successful traders. Thank you very much, Simon. I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm glad you enjoyed the webinar. So, cheers, guys, and we'll call it an evening. Thank you very much for joining me. And like I say, I'll upload this onto YouTube, and I will send you through the link so you can have another listen, have a look, see what you think. So thank you very much for joining me, and take care, and possibly might see you again. Bye for now.